Hey YouTube, Kisdota here again. Okay, to be honest, moving my eyes hurts. Still working off a tiny bit of the sickness, but I'll get better soon. Anyway, we got another death battle, and unfortunately it's gonna look like that I'm gonna have to wait a bit before uploading this, despite the fact that other YouTubers can upload whenever they want. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till Friday. Alright, so, Zuko versus Shoto Todoroki. Zuko, I watched Avatar. I enjoyed Avatar. The first one. The second one, I don't know, it felt off. Didn't really feel like an Avatar show. I mean, I enjoyed it at first. It was great. There was a sequel, but the hype died down quickly. Alright, as for Shoto Todoroki, I'm a fan of My Hero Academia. Read the manga. My friend watches the anime. He's way behind. Fabian, you should have been here to react to this with me. Like I suggested. Empty promises. And he's got his own thing. Should I be saying his name? Shh. Yeah, well, the first name's not going to matter. Okay, so, let's watch this. Let me just set up a few things. Make sure, and we're good. Alright. Like, comment, subscribe, watch the original. I don't own this. Sponsored by Miller Lite.
Like an ice-cold, delicious Miller Lite.
Cheers to staying safe, keeping in touch, and great tasting beer.
I don't drink, for some reason. You'd think a person like me would drink constantly.
With all those cool anime heroes out there, there's bound to be plenty with angsty daddy issues.
You mean like you?
Wait, he was cool?
Don't be silly, Wiz.
Shinji was cool?
Anime character. Like Prince Zuko, the firebending hunter of the Avatar, The Last Airbender.
And Shoto Todoroki.
Wait, does Zuko count as anime? Was Avatar anime? It was in the style, but it was American made, right? Ooh, is this a 3D battle? Oh. Oh no, that was from the game. Alright. Would have been nice to have a 3D battle. Okay, here we go.
Air. The four elemental nations once coexisted peacefully.
And everything changed with the fire.
Fire Lord went and conquered basically the whole world.
And 100 years later, the equally powerful Master of Fire Ozai continued that tyranny. Many believed his rule would one day pass to either his daughter Azula or his son Zuko.
Yeah, Fire Dad was way too ego crazy for that. He drove Azula mad, even though he did clearly favor her. Poor little Zuko got screwed over from the beginning.
Can you imagine your dad saying that while your sister was born lucky, you were just lucky to be born?
Oh, damn.
I can't imagine my dad saying anything to me.
Oh. Right. Well, despite this, Zuko was desperate to prove himself. What a fine work ethic.
But he's
91?
knocking out a turn in a big boy meeting. So naturally, his dad took him aside, sat him down, and taught him.
Wait, 90? I thought 100 years passed in Korra.
Oh, wait, just kidding. He burned his friggin' face off. Holy shit!
With his new scar came a new mission. Zuko would hunt down the elusive Avatar, the one threat to his nation's rule, to prove himself to his father and regain his honor.
Which is just a nice way of saying he was banished so he could never come back. Just like my dad didn't.
Though, frankly, Zuko did have the talent and training he needed to capture someone even as powerful as the Avatar.
Damn right! He's a fighting pro! The dude's strong enough to shatter metal chains with a kick! He's super skilled with
forgot about that.
Swords and, oh yeah, firebending!
As a firebender, Zuko harnesses the light of the sun to summon flames from thin air. Wherever fire remains alight in an area that's not too cold, he can manipulate or bend it to his will.
I mean, if I had to pick between swirling water around, tossed a few rocks, or farting hot air all the time, I would definitely go with firebending. It literally means you're a living flamethrower.
Plus, it's surprisingly versatile. Aside from simply creating, launching, and moving flames, firebending can be used to heat objects, melt through ice prisons, and even defy gravity.
Is that guy flying?
Oh, right.
Fire?
Wait, that was during Sozin's comment.
Well, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law. By creating a rapid series of explosions an inch or so away from the palm, the air...
Oh, wait, yeah, she was able to do it.
...launched toward the user, thereby creating propulsion.
Yeah,
oh, he did it in the comics. I didn't read the comics.
It's about creating a bunch of it, so Zuko can make large, long-lasting walls of flame to protect himself and keep enemies at a distance. That stuff's hot, you know.
Yeah, it's fire. You know, I've actually rigged up my arm to replicate the technique of firebending. Dummy.
Oh, dummy.
Another test. How thrilling.
Now, this isn't as simple as just pointing and shooting. Firebenders fuel their flames with their own breath. And using it at all requires a fierce understanding of martial arts.
What are you trying to do, the Macarena?
Zuko's favorite form, the dancing dragon, draws primarily from northern Shaolin Kung Fu.
That's a Chinese martial art that's all about agility, wide stances, and aggressive attacks. A perfect mix of speed and strength.
Like this. Whoa!
Wiz, why?
Ha ha ha.
Anyway,
I love the emoji face on him.
generate is extremely
But I
hot,
hate the
capable
emoji
of
movie.
melting through a cast iron door hot. This one
Okay.
to be over 1200 degrees Celsius.
And while Sozin's comet was boosting his powers, Zuko's uncle Iroh blasted apart the giant outer wall of Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se until Iroh comes a knockin'. I mean, that's like
Nice.
the thickest wall I've ever seen. Second only to the emotional walls between me and my dad.
Even without Sozin's comet, which only appears once every 100 years, Zuko has more than
Okay.
enough firepower to level a building. That's no laughing matter for any person or building.
He's even quick enough to catch lightning and use his fire powers to redirect it wherever he wants it to go. Kapow! Suck it, Dad! Oh shoot, wait, did he just shoot his dad with lightning?
Zuko's quest for the Avatar led him.
Did he
down
ever
the
learn
path
lightning? He
expected.
redirects it.
Inspired
Yeah,
by
that
his
doesn't
kind
matter.
uncle and the Avatar himself, he joined the heroes on a new journey.
Oh, it's
One
likely
of
he can.
self-discovery.
Yeah,
Okay.
turns out he didn't need his dad's approval after all. He just needed to approve himself. Now that's character development.
Zuko's definitely had a heated redemption arc, and now that he's the Fire Daddy, Fire Lord, his honor
Fire
keeps
Daddy.
burning brighter.
Are you crushing on Zuko?
What? No.
Yeah, you are. It's okay, Wiz. Everybody does.
Hello, Zuko here.
Now, they didn't give us the calculations for busting the Ba Sing Se wall, so I feel like that's gonna
Where more than 80%
come into
of the
play.
population possesses superhuman abilities known as quirks.
And because everyone loves to game a system, there's a superhero leaderboard. At the very top of it stands the ultimate hero, All Might.
All Might's feats and reputation were incredible, a true symbol of peace for everyone. That is, everyone except the hero.
Oh, there's Hawk
at rank
at number 3.
That's Endeavor, and he vowed to surpass All Might. But his literal firepower was just never enough.
But if he couldn't do it himself, he would vicariously through his own heir.
Right, I know the
He made
story.
a desperate decision to arrange a quirk marriage.
Basically, he paid a family off to get a wife with an ice quirk and popped out kids until he got the right quirk combo. Gross. Like I need a shower.
After 4 attempts, they finally spawned the child he was looking for. Shoto
Yeah, shit, they really...
Half cold, half hot. Literally. Right side's ice like his mom, and left side's fire like his dad.
Endeavor quickly separated young Todoroki from his supposedly lesser siblings, ruthlessly training him to become
Utility
the
belt, snow
powerful
boots,
hero
likes
he
cold
is.
soba.
Surprise!
No hero name.
Things didn't go so well. He drove Shoto's mom totally insane until she broke.
Pouring boiling water on her son's left side because it reminded her too much of him.
Okay, this is getting super heavy for a colorful cartoon.
Yeah, they're making it a-
Superpowers and frog people.
Fortunately,
They're making this
Todoroki never
sound a lot more
his
heavy.
father's disgusting
No, just as
reputation.
heavy as it
He's
is.
in UA High School, a hero
Maybe UA,
worked
like,
to
lightened
use
it
his
up.
power for good.
But just his mom's power. Why use fire when you can stick it to the man? The man being a big scary fire dad over there. Anyone else notice his facial hair is made of fire? How does that work?
From his right side, Todoroki can
Are there any more fire fathers
freezing the
who
air
are
and
assholes?
creating massive
That seems to be the
gleams of
theme.
Talk about
But there's only
overkill.
2. I can't call that a pattern.
Edgy teen. Shoto named this super iceberg something badass. Heaven-piercing ice wall. Oh, you can just taste the self-loathing.
He can create sheets of ice to slide on or propel himself forward as
Right.
if riding a Healy. While he can't manipulate the ice after he's launched it, he has
Oh.
extremely precise control over its initial release. He can even freeze
Oh, he's got
opponents
precision.
so thoroughly that they are frozen both inside and out, effortlessly causing necrosis and shattering body parts.
Seriously, that's so dark. It's chilling.
No, but Zuko could probably fight against that. He's had to warm himself
But
up before.
Todoroki has a problem. While he is highly resistant to cold, he's not immune.
Here I am. Guess I'll die.
Oh, I won't be needing you this time, dummy.
Genuine joy.
Casting
genuine
too much
joy.
ice from his right side will cause his body temperature to drop until he falls unconscious, potentially even suffering frostbite.
I mean, it takes freezing an entire building before side effects even start to show up, so it's not all... Why'd you even make the stupid robot?
That's why Endeavor chose to mix ice with fire. See, he had the same problem with his own fire quirk. But with cold and hot combined, they could counter each other's weaknesses.
Thankfully, Shoto made a friend who helped
Right.
show him that his fire wasn't his father's, it was his own. You tell him, Deku. Finally, the
When's
full
Deku
power
gonna
of Icy Hut was unleashed.
get his own death battle? Who would he fight against?
Hurts for carrying the show.
While
Superboy.
he's much
Maybe.
less proficient with fire, given
I don't
his
know.
lack of experience with it, this half of his quirk is identical to Endeavor's. His fire is hot enough to melt Tetsu Tetsu, whose body can turn to steel, which means it can reach temperatures over 1600 degrees.
He can
Okay.
blast fire like a raging inferno, form walls of flame to block off areas, and use his evil dad's signature technique, flash fire.
Flash fire is a method of compressing flame under super hot temperatures before releasing it in a single strike. Endeavor can also shape his fire, use it to cling to walls, and fly.
But even if he
Okay.
is a huge dick, Endeavor was kinda right. Fire and ice combined put both quirks at their best. Shoto's one of the best in his class, taking hits from a tank like
Ice
Deku,
over
fighting
Nomu
top-tier
inside and
foes like
out.
Sting,
Shows a
and
skyscraper.
keeping up with classmates
Okay.
like Bakugo and Tokoyami, who can block Kaminari's electricity.
And while he's often criticized for relying too much on his quirk, Todoroki is incredibly smart and a quick thinker, reading and setting traps for his opponents in the blink of an eye.
And after all that craziness, he finally patched things up with his mom, and somehow even inspired his dad to try and be a better person. What a nice story. I wish he could inspire my dad too. Not Mama, though. She's already perfect.
Well on his way
Right.
to becoming a successful hero, Shoto Todoroki no longer fights in spite of his father, but for himself and the sake of others.
I wanted to. I'll be a hero.
Okay.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, let me tell you about Blue Chew.
Blue
This
Chew?
episode of Death Battle is sponsored.
Not Blue Apron? What happened to Blue Apron? Don't care.
That's
Good. But
Okay. Oh, God. Okay, so, as I recall, Yang was able to... Not... Yang. Aang. Not Ruby. Avatar Aang. Was able to beat Edward Elric because he was way more powerful. Let's see. Shoto Todoroki does have counters to Zuko's fire, so I doubt he could freeze over him since Zuko can warm himself up. Okay, I'm gonna play favorites. Shoto Todoroki. No, wait, hold on. They didn't do the calculations of that wall Iroh did. Which Zuko are they using or calculating? Because there's the 91-year-old one who's probably way more advanced. Okay, you know what? Todoroki. No, Zuko. I'm voting Zuko. I think Zuko will win. That's my guess. Okay, I was right on the first death battle this season. Let's see if I'm right on the second.
A villain? You'll pay for that.
What was he doing?
I'm not the bad guy here. I mean, not anymore.
Your actions say otherwise.
Fart! Still miss that fight sequence.
Like my father.
I thought he was over that.
Prove I'm better than both of you.
Okay, I said Zuko. So let's see. Oh, he can punch through that ice?
What's the matter? Melting under pressure? He's just...
Like me.
Oh my god, wow. They really did that bit. Starting to think I chose wrong again. It's just I don't know. We'll see. Oh right, Todoroki has maneuverability. Oh my god. Oh, he didn't say it right.
You could obviously block it, but not this. It's over.
I don't care how much power you have. I know who I am. I will win!
Okay, starting to see some death flags, but I can't tell who they're for.
Then I'll have to go beyond.
Plus Ultra. Frick!
I am the Fire Lord. I will win this for my honor!
He has counters. It's what I should have counted on. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Oh, they tricked me! Oh, they didn't do the calculations for the wall, and that made me think that Zuko was gonna win.
Okay, talk about cool as hell. That was epic.
That was awesome.
Grieving here. Both Todoroki and Zuko held solid advantages over the other. Zuko's martial arts, athleticism, and lightning-fast reflexes meant that if he could get close to Todoroki, he could likely end the fight pretty quick.
Yeah.
But Shoto's no slouch. The guy may be better at long range, but he's been in scraps before. Like with the super fast, super deadly hero killer Stain. And with
Right.
all that ice popping up everywhere and his own super sliding and boosting skills, Shoto made it hard for Zuko to get close for long.
Plus, the speed difference wasn't all that drastic. Todoroki's fellow student Tokoyami's Dark Shadow blocked Kaminari's electricity after it had been fired. Quirks are
Nice.
not magic, and there are very few ways for electricity to travel through the air. Lightning is essentially an ionized path that electricity travels through. Kaminari's quirk must use the same method.
Dark Shadow
All right.
blocked Kaminari. Bakugo dodged Dark Shadow, and Todoroki can match Bakugo in a fight. Bada bing, bada boom. That's lightning fast reflexes, baby.
While Zuko certainly had more control
Nice.
over fire, Todoroki could easily repel his firebending with his own flames, not to mention the clear difference in temperature.
Oh,
Zuko may be
frig.
filled with fire, but he's not immune to it, nor did he have any reliable counter for fast and massive ice attacks.
We don't even need to bust out the calculator for this one,
Freaking
Biz.
knew it.
That stadium is circled by a 4-kilometer track. That's huge. And the edgy ice wall covered almost half of it in less than a second. Zuko didn't have that kind of power spread.
Yes, I know fire melts ice, but not instantly when it comes to gigantic glaciers. Plus, firebending becomes much more difficult in cold temperatures.
Frig!
He melted through ice prisons
Ugh.
before, but only ones where he could still move or at least breathe. Remember, firebending requires breath and movement. When Azula was trapped in an ice prison so compact she couldn't move or breathe, she was helpless.
But like, Shoto could just freeze over Zuko's insides anyway. No way.
Oh
he's
my God.
surviving that.
Zuko might have been an admirable bender and adorable fan favorite, but Todoroki's overwhelming ice, versatile defense, and incredible power were just too much to handle.
They mentioned Iroh
Aimed
taking
for
down
success,
the wall
but
at
his
Ba Sing
opponent,
Se.
Shoto, put him on ice.
Taking down the wall at Ba Sing Se, and that made me think they weren't doing that calculations just to trick us.
Thanks for watching this episode
Okay.
of Profile. Come back next week to see previews of our upcoming matchups. If you want to watch more stuff, you can click the boxes right around
Oh wait,
here.
I gotta come
You
back
can always
next
pick
week to see
merch
previews?
at store.roosterteeth.com.
Okay, here we go. Who we got? The Flash. Wait, was that Kid Flash or Sonic? Wally West versus Archie's Sonic. Okay. Alright. Still working off some sickness. I'll see you guys on Friday.